What is going on, everybody? Astrocatical here. Welcome to the Astrocastrophe, and today we are going to be talking about a rather titillating hot button issue with a particular governor in Florida who has just pissed off the entirety of Twitter and everybody involved. So there is a new books provisions law which was passed by Ron DeSantis not too long ago, and it has gone into full effect now that we have a teacher, a substitute teacher, mind you, in Jacksonville, Florida, who has uploaded footage to the internet which has sought millions of views, showcasing a school that has been stripped of all of its books. We have right here of a school library that has seemingly been stripped of all of its books. I mean, just look at those shelves. There's nothing to be found. They've removed every book entirely. What could possibly have happened to all of them? I mean, they're not taking them out back and burning them, are they? This is a video that has garnished over 13 million views at this point, and it was viewed by Ron DeSantis on Wednesday, who condemned it and, of course, called it a false narrative. But why would he do that? This is a news article from Independent. Brian Covey, a parent and substitute teacher at Mandarin Middle School, filmed the video in a bid to show the consequences of Florida's new curriculum transparency law. It has since racked up more than 13 million views. So what this teacher, this substitute teacher, wanted to do was show Twitter and the rest of the internet what this new book provisions law that was enacted by Ron DeSantis was doing to the Florida Department of Education and its children, which is stripping schools of all of their books, predominantly material that is viewed as pornographic. But as we are shown in that video, it seems that every book is entirely missing from the shelves. So lo and behold, what is this? Well, it appears to be the same exact school library, filmed by the same exact camera, with only one section of books seeming to be missing from the library. I wonder why he didn't post that to the rest of his timeline on Twitter. So the school district in Jacksonville and the extended school services had discussed the termination of this employee and had decided that he had violated cell phone and social media policies, which I can believe was probably the best course of action, being that this was someone who was trying to rebrand the school system, not only in Jacksonville, all across Florida, in an attempt to fool people into thinking that these books are being completely removed as being controlled by fascist dictators who do not want you reading a particular book. But I have read through some of the books that have been removed, and some of them have obvious titles with obvious imagery in them, such as a book called Genderqueer, which has imagery of people performing oral sex on one another. I don't know why this is in a children's book, but lo and behold, it is there. And then there's other books which I really don't understand the context too much, like The Kite Runner is a book I read, a book I did enjoy, but there are scenes in that book, not a whole lot, that involve, I would say, material that should probably not be read by children. But again, you know, that's maybe like 1 or 2 pages in the book. It doesn't get too graphic. It's a theme, but it seems that they're at a point to where they're not going to risk anything, because there's other books such as The Bluest Eye, which deals a lot with sexual abuse, The Stranger, which deals with prostitution and drug abuse and things of that matter. But the books are going through a vetting process, and you know, as far as I know, these are elementary schools. And that doesn't mean that they're, you know, immediately removing all the books and throwing them in the dumpster or burning them. It's going through a process, and that's what was probably going on within that first video. You know, who knows? They could be changing the carpets. They could be rearranging the library altogether. But there are still books there. They're not removing them because they don't want children reading books. They're going through a vetting process. They have a certified media specialist, by the sounds of it. I think that was the title that was given to this person, who vets these books and determines whether they are okay for elementary school children. In other Floridian news, we have released another statement on the COVID mortality rate, which is now claiming that young men have an 84% chance of suffering a fucking heart attack. So I hope that certainly is not the case for most people out there listening. I would certainly think that that might be stretched a little bit, but I would take it with a sort of grain of caution, being that people are quad vaxxed. Other than that, there has been yet another fire in Doral, Florida that has burning for 7 days now. This has not been reported on. I am beginning to think that these fires, aside from the train derailment in Ohio, maybe they do happen more often than we think, and we are just looking out for them now at this point, because this is the second thing in Florida that has been going on. But it's been going on for 7 days now, and no one talked about it when it first began. So who knows? Maybe it's a grand conspiracy, or maybe we're just starting to notice now. Anyways, I am Master Catacol. I might go through some rebranding in the next coming weeks. We'll see which way it ever goes. I would like to inform you some more intimate details on that, but that is all I can give you for now. I am on BitchUte, I am on YouTube and Rumble. I will be on Odyssey at one point sooner or later. You can catch me on Twitter at AstraCatacol. I appreciate you watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. It would really help me out, and I will see you next time.